I'm going to close here. I see Senator Cornyn's on the floor here by telling a story on the floor about another dreamer. I've done this quite a few times. My staff has done a lot of work on it. I thank them all for it. These stories really say a lot more than I ever could in a speech. They tell you what was at stake before the Supreme Court of the United States this morning. This attractive young woman is Vasthy La Madrid. Her family came to the United States from Mexico. She was 5 years old. They came here with nothing. They moved into a home with 4 other families, so a lot of the kids slept in the same room. Despite their poverty, Vasthy felt safe and excelled in school. Math was her best subject. She had nearly perfect scores on standardized tests. English was tough, but then she discovered a series of books called Goosebumps. If you got kids or grandkids, I'll bet you heard of that one. She became an avid reader and mastered the English language. By middle school, Vasthy was placed in the gifted program. That's where she discovered her love of engineering. She was a student in the engineering pathway at Bioscience High School, where she received the Young Entrepreneurs Award, made the principal's list every semester, and played tennis. She was an active volunteer working with such groups as Girls for Change, CompuGirls, E-Tech, Hospice of the Valley, and St. Joseph's Hospital. Vasthy also helped younger kids in her neighborhood by tutoring them in math and tennis. Vasthy went on to attend Arizona State University. Because she's undocumented, she didn't qualify for a penny of government assistance. And she had to pay out-of-state tuition, despite the fact she'd lived her entire life in the United States in Arizona. Then something extraordinary happened. Counting on the generosity of the American people, listen, Vasthy decided to crowdfund her college education. She shared her life story online and asked people to contribute to help her pay her tuition. Well, it worked. She's currently in her second year of college. In the first semester, she made the dean's list with a 3.79 GPA in the Ira Fulton School of Engineering. Thanks to DACA, that presidential executive order that helped Theresa Lee earlier, she's able to support herself. But she's also made time to continue to volunteer for a club called STEM Academy, mentoring young children. She volunteers with the Arizona Immigration and Refugee Service as an English teacher. As a result of her volunteer work, she's decided she wants to become a science teacher. Can we use more science teachers in America? You bet. Here's what she said in a letter that she wrote. DACA signifies to me a chance to show that I belong here, that inside I am American. It represents an opportunity to show that my parents' sacrifice was worth it. I love this country. I want to one day become a citizen and continue to give back to my community. I don't need that journey to become a citizen to be easily given to me, but I'd hope that the journey is fair. Vasthy and other dreamers have so much that they can give to America. I don't understand the Republican Party when it comes to the issue of immigration. We are a nation of immigrants. My mother was an immigrant to this country. I am a first-generation American and proud of it. My honor to serve and represent a great state like Illinois. I know what her journey was like. She was brought here at the age of 2 from Lithuania, and I know what her early life was like as she struggled to try to make sure there was food on the table, first for her mom and sister and brother, and then ultimately for her own family. That is a story, that's my family story, but it's a story that's repeated over and over and over again. There's something in the DNA of immigrants who are willing to risk everything in this world to go to a country where they don't even speak the language because they know they'll have an opportunity here. And they bring something with them. That's why they light up the scoreboard in Silicon Valley with all of these new inventions and new corporations with thousands of employees that make us an economic success in many fields. And that's why we should think twice about those who condemn immigrants in this nation of immigrants. I'm confident the Supreme Court will uphold the president's immigration actions. And then I hope, after they've done this, that the Republicans in Congress will finally decide to return to the table and work on a bipartisan basis for comprehensive immigration reform. Mr. President, I yield the floor.